All right, now we're going to go into the expenses section of food. Food, what we all need to survive, food and shelter. So, our food costs. Labor statistics state that the yearly cost for food is close to $8,000 or $655.75 per month. Crazy, am I right? And enjoying nice meals out and about could be the cost of a week of groceries alone. So you really need to be conscious of your food spending. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a nice meal out on a day off or a pleasant and eventful night, but alone that gets expensive quickly, and after almost a few days of groceries could equal one meal out. And understand that nutrition is the key to life, feeling good, and community. You cannot operate without nutrition. We need nutrition. There's good calories and there's bad calories. There's good fats and there are horrible fats for you as well. So, there's different food types as well going into the nutrition conversation. Some people keep to organic. More expensive, but in the long run, it's better quality for you, better quality of life of living. Think protein, nutrition, positive oils. Like I stated, there's empty calories versus nutrition. A bag of chips versus a salad. It's nutrition. You need all the minerals. You need all of the good calories that come with all of that. So you really need to think. I mean, we all know how it's like eating a bag of chips. 30 minutes later, we're hungry for another bag of chips, but you eat a salad and you're good for an hour, maybe even longer than that. So, food is the number one choice for most people for pleasure, and celebrate as well. Keep that in mind because we all enjoy feeling good. And don't also minimize all of your expenses with food. You need it to live. So, there are consumptions, pick-me-up items, because you're at a convenience store and you see the ice cream off to the corner. Maybe you want a Snickers bar because you're feeling bad and you're a different person when you have a Snickers in you. Or maybe you like that soda at the gas station coming in at $1 or $2. The list goes on for these pick-me-up items. But also, like I stated, don't minimize. If you really want to feel that Snickers bar, go for it. We don't have any anti this or anti that. Do what you feel is best, but understand your budgets. Maybe you consume smokable items like alcohol, cannabis, you vape, whatever the situation is. All of those are growing trends in society today that we believe fits best in the food category. But also remember, be healthy. And next is alcohol. Once you become 21, hit that age, many of us start finding social situations out at bars or a relaxing night, partakes with a glass of wine, a margarita, whatever the situation is. Alcohol now in American society is common, is what social situations kind of round themselves around. And let us be clear, Laguna Eye Capital does not support smoking and alcohol. As you can see, the crazy expenses arise that out on the bar with your friends turns into $30 for 2 drinks when you could have bought an entire bottle for $30. And that alone is just outrageous costs that you should be saving aside, because every single week that you go by going out with the friends after a bar and you're spending $30, $40, $50, some nights you don't remember how much you spent, and you look at the bill the next morning, it's $120. Whatever the situation is, that's $1,500 plus a year that you could have been saving, and instead of going out with the buds, You could be having football nights with the buds on your $1,500 television and enjoying life. So, think about it all, and we do not recommend smoking or alcohol by any means. So, one thing I really want us to look at is understand the cost of eating out. Everybody loves Olive Garden. Loves it now. Why? Unlimited breadsticks. And you want to go out on a good date. Well, guess what? Go to Olive Garden, because if the date doesn't turn out well, guess what? You got some unlimited garlic sticks and unlimited breadsticks to enjoy yourself. The salads. Nothing couldn't go wrong with that. Now, let's say that her and I are sitting back. We're enjoying a good meal out. And she gets the cheese ravioli, the salad, and a lemonade on the side because we don't believe in drinking in Laguna Eye Capital. That right there is going to bring in a total cost based off of their menu, $16.28. I, on the other hand, if I'm eating out, I'm going to enjoy myself with a beautiful shrimp scampi, some of the delicious Olive Garden salad, and a nice soda, because sometimes I enjoy a sugary beverage late at night. Gonna bring in a whopping $19.98 on my bill. And because, of course, we're at Olive Garden, you can't go wrong with the breadsticks, which are going to bring in $3.39. I'm generous. I like to give people the tips that they deserve. So I'm going to give them a 20% tip, which brings a total to $52.37 at the end of the day. Crazy, right? To think about. $50 on a meal one night. But also, eating out's kind of fun. Maybe you budget that in and you can spend $100 a week eating out. Whatever your situation is, let it be. Just be conscious of how much you're spending. So, now, I'm deciding, hey, this time let's not go to Olive Garden. Let me cook for you. So, we go to a local grocery store, whatever it is. There's multiple different chains, whatever the grocery store may be. And we get the soda like I talked about for myself. I want that nice Mexican Coca-Cola, the one with sugar, not high fructose corn syrup, because even though it's still bad for you at the end of the day, you got to think about nutrition. Sugar is a little bit better than high fructose corn syrup. Then she wants that lemonade, so we get that half gallon of lemonade instead of one glass. We get that Caesar salad kit because Olive Garden doesn't offer Olive Garden salad kits. We get some garlic breadsticks and her cheese ravioli, already pre-made, just toss in the oven. Easy, simple, easy cheesy. And we get my shrimp scampi, pre-made, already done, just toss it in a cast iron, boil some pasta, and life is good. Whopping total of $17.95. But double the portion and sizes. Now I have leftovers for another day. And because you're going to use utility costs to run everything, I decided to toss that in and just shoot for a budget of $5. In reality, it will not cost that much, but let's just budget that in to show you how much you can save instead of going out. Out the door, happy with 2 meals, double the size, and more time and enjoyment and fulfillment within your life. 23 whopping dollars at the end of the day. Now, who couldn't ask for a better situation? Half of the cost of what you spent at Olive Garden, you can make yourself for double the amount of food. So yes, next time you think about eating out, keep this in mind. And maybe you can even impress her more or him more with a nice, beautiful, home-cooked meal sponsored by Laguna Eye Capital. Because, like we talked about in the transportation section, We want to include a do-it-yourself section where we get head chefs to teach you how to cut properly, how to cook properly, and possibly perform for yourself delicious meals. Coming soon. Hello and welcome to Laguna Eye Capital segment on budget time, expenses, in specific, the food section. So to start off, your typical grocery bill based off of US averages will be around $656. With this being said, some individuals may seem to have a lot smaller. My personal grocery bill is ranging from about $10 a day or about $300 to $350 for food. Next, we're going to want to look at cleaning supplies. Typically associated with cleaning supplies, I use around $5 a month, averaging along that 12-month period. What that means is, miscellaneous items like dish soap or Pine Sol for my floors, whatever the situation may be, or maybe dishwasher detergent, things like that. Typically associate about $5 a month there. Next, we're going to look at pick-me-up snacks. I associate about $1 a day with that, so that would be about $30 a day. Pick-me-up snacks are anything from your typical gas station Snickers bar, because you're not yourself without a Snickers, or some individuals go out to Starbucks and get $5 to $6 coffees per day, or Dutch Bros, or whatever the situation may be. Personally, I don't drink coffee, so I keep my budget to about $1 a day, sometimes ranging a lot more, other times ranging a lot smaller. Next, we're going to look at dining out. You say you go out every 2 weeks and you spend about $110 based off of the example that we gave you with Olive Garden or other dining options. Next, there's smokable goods. Like, we associate and like to let everybody know that we are completely against smokable goods, but average individual spends about $40 depending in the smoking category within the United States of America. Let it be on vape devices, packs of cigarettes, whatever that situation is. Looking at $10 pack once a week, you're going to look at a whopping $40. So we're just going to put that in there to give you a good understanding of how crazy or how outrageous smoking is and smoking prices are. So we're going to associate $40 there for some of these sins. As well as next, you have your alcohol, looking at a whopping, call it $30 a week on alcoholic beverages, or going out with your friends, because that's the way to go nowadays, I guess. And you're going to want to do $30 times 4 a week. So you're looking at a whopping $120. Next, there's other miscellaneous food things. Maybe you have a DoorDash because you didn't want to go out, or maybe you ended up trying out some new thing that you saw in television on a commercial, or whatever the situation is. You have a little candy craving. So we're going to associate $35 there as well, and we're going to fill out the rest for others as nothing. So we're going to come to the expense summary and see, oh wow, would you look at that? My expenses are quite high in January for the food section, bringing in almost 16% of my expenses. So what I would want to do there then is take a look at your expenses and say, if I actually were to cut down on the two sins, the alcohol and the smokable goods, and just live a healthy lifestyle, we can go back to the expenses and see that we dropped roughly about $100 and a little bit more, over $100. So that's just something to keep in mind as you go on throughout your life and throughout your days, to realize, wow, maybe these negative habits really are negative for not just my health, but for my budgeting as well. So other things to keep in mind as we are moving along the budget time Excel sheet in the food section. Now, this is a good time to look at your receipts, look at your typical spending habits and spending patterns when it comes to food, because ideally your situation as a one person individual or your situation as a four person household may vary completely based off of how much you're actually spending on your groceries. Your pick-me-ups, maybe you go out to get Starbucks quite often. Whatever the situation is, You need to look at yourself and understand what your spending habits are so that you're able to move forward and progress in a better, more detailed, or accurate budget. Thank you.